From a mysterious face that emerges, a paranormal dreams that becomes a reality, and even the terrifying videos in the first positions that will leave you trembling. So get ready, because my name is Leonore Clay, and this is The Darkest Secret. Today we present the top 10 extreme horror videos that will shock you. Number 10. We begin this collection with a surprising recording captured by a young man in a university bathroom. He decides to record because while preparing to leave the restroom, he heard noises in one of the stalls. Of course, he thought there was someone else there, but the bathroom is small. He crouches down and realizes that there is no one else with him who would make those noises that sound like a person. I ask you to look at every little opening like this.
El lugar es bastante pequeño y está mi reflejo. Pero mira, voy. ¿Escucharon? ¿Escucharon?
You managed to see it, right? It was only fractions of a second. However, that alone was enough for the camera to capture the presence of a disturbing face hiding behind the door. However, as can be seen, the young man quickly moves the cell phone and finds the stall empty. Just moments before, he had checked each of the bathroom stalls without finding anyone inside. That is why this is so inexplicable. Both the loud knocks and the disturbing face. Could it be that paranormal phenomena occur in this place? Everything indicates that yes, it does. Number 9. Cleaterman is a loyal subscriber who likes to investigate cases related to ufology. It was while investigating this topic that on the internet he came across the footage of a home video where a father who was recording his young daughter suddenly noticed that she begins to warn him about something outside the window. He doesn't believe her until the subject moves.
Daddy!
What?
Somebody's in the window. Keep window.
No, there's not.
We heard a ticking clock.
Don't go. Stay right here.
Suddenly, outside the window of one of his children's bedrooms, he notices the presence of a bizarre creature, which upon seeing itself discovered, quickly moves away from the window. Surprised by the situation, the man quickly goes out to investigate around his house. However, he never encountered anything. Look at the moment where the creature is observed, this time with the brightness and contrast effect. Do you think that's what it is? Or is there some other cause that explains this recording? Comment below. Number 8. From the depths of Guatemala, one of our subscribers shares a video that has left his neighbors speechless. At first, I was going to delete the video, since upon seeing this I could immediately conclude that it was just an insect or a dirt particle. But then something happened that made me change my perspective completely. Look how it goes through the bars, noting that the thing, whatever it was really there. And the context of this video is even worse. The dogs in this house would frantically start barking every night around 2 a.m., but they never dared to go outside. At dawn, the gate of the house always appeared open. So after several similar incidents, the owners, convinced that they could be thieves, installed security cameras to find out that this thing was what left the gate open. Installed security cameras to discover that this thing is what left the gates open. Notice how it changes shape and leaves a trail. In fact, there seems to be two. What the heck are we seeing here? Never in all my years of analyzing these things have I seen an orb that manages to do this. Separate and leave a trail on camera. The most disturbing thing is that after dividing, they begin to take on a certain shape, similar to a male figure dismounting from a horse in complete darkness. Do you notice it too? According to the subscriber, the owners of the home have another video recorded by a camera located further inside the house, but they decided not to share it due to its deep, terrifying nature, and because many private items appear. What do you think? Could this be a supernatural entity? Or is there a more earthly explanation behind this phenomena? I read you in the comments. Number 7. From Costa Rica, Carolina Serrano shares an upsetting video involving her family dog. As she tells us in her message, this faithful companion has an odd habit, staring at a wall in the house, as if something invisible was catching his attention. We all know our pets, their routines and behaviors, especially because we are attentive to their changes that may indicate that something is not right with their health. This is why, in a subtly different way, it immediately catches our attention. Carolina assures me that nothing you saw in this video is her pet's normal behavior. She notes that even when there were mice behind furniture in the past, the dog did not show interest or react in this way. So what are you watching now? Much of the videos you're about to see were submitted by my audience. If you know or have similar videos that you would like me to see, do not hesitate to send them to the email you see on the screen. And if you like my content, please subscribe on YouTube. Without further ado, let's continue. The video is a recording of this mysterious behavior, which invites us to wonder if our pets, with their unique sensitivity, are capable of perceiving what we cannot. Could the dog be seeing something that escapes our senses? Or is there a logical explanation behind this behavior? What do you think? Has your pet had similar behaviors? Leave us your comments and share your theories about this intriguing phenomena. Number 6. From the quiet town of Villarrica in the south of Chile, we receive a disturbing case thanks to Maria Paz Orellana, a follower of this channel. In her message, Maria Paz says that a friend, concerned about the incessant barking of her dogs during the night, she checked the security cameras on her property. The next day, what she found in the recordings left her speechless.
Sí, ya lo descargué ya.
Ni siquiera abrió el portón. Casi ni pasado los pillos. Ni siquiera abrió el portón.
The video shows what appears to be a ghostly figure passing through a closed gate. The situation becomes even stranger when the property guard claims that the door was never physically opened. This detail rules out the possibility that someone crossed the gate in a conventional way. They also make us note that those glows that occur seconds before crossing the gate are not normal for this camera. They are never seen. And this does not happen to people captured in other recordings. What do you think this is? Can a perspective effect achieve this? Without a doubt, this case leaves many open questions. Number 5. The story of the case in position number 5 begins with an ordinary man whose life was turned upside down by a strange dream. You see, every month, at least once, he saw a terrifying figure in his nightmares. A specter with long hair, glowing eyes, a long bony face, and an incredibly thin body. The being's gaze was cold and penetrating, as if it hid a dark purpose. At first, he thought they were just isolated nightmares, a product of stress and fatigue, but it struck him that the nightmare was repeated on more than one occasion. Has this happened to you? Well, it just so happens that everything changed one night when he checked the security cameras installed inside his home. There, what he saw left him speechless. What do you think about this? Is it possible that dreams can connect us with something beyond this world? Or perhaps, was it a warning? A sign that something was to come? To this day, the man claims to have never dreamed of that specter again, but the recording is still there, as proof of what he saw was completely real. Number 4. What lies in position number 4 occurred during a random night in a hospital where 3 medical students were doing shifts. Bored and with little to do, they decided to go explore an abandoned area of the building. The old emergency room, a decommissioned place that is rumored to be haunted.
Oh god.
Feels like
I'm not excited about this. I didn't even get to finish eating my sandwich.
it feels like we're getting on a. You nervous? Why are you nervous?
Because it's hard.
Are you nervous?
Yes.
Over the years, this place was a scene of countless tragedies. Patients died in heartbreaking circumstances, including, it is said, a girl whose death deeply affected those who worked there. Many believe that the spirits of those patients still haunt the place. Upon arriving at the room and beginning to tour the facilities, everything seemed normal and calm. However, after entering a dark room, that peace would suddenly change. Observe.
Go ahead and figure out why the lights are on. I don't like that. I don't like that. Do
They
it.
look like evil eyes. You guys need to come in with me.
Yeah, of course we're gonna go in with you.
Thanks. Ooh, this feels weird. Was that you?
Yeah.
This room feels weird. I don't like this. The curtain moved.
No, it did.
Yeah, it did. It moved.
No,
It
it
moved. It
didn't.
moved. Yes, it did.
Why would a
It did.
curtain move?
How did you not see that? Oh, okay. Ooh.
Suddenly, the camera of one of them captured a disturbing movement in a curtain, as if someone had pushed it. But that was not all. Just a few seconds later, a cane, which was leaning in a corner, fell to the ground without apparent explanation. The three students, dominated by panic, ran out of there, leaving behind that heavy atmosphere that seemed loaded with something more than simple rumors. What really happened in that room? Could they be the spirits of the patients who once occupied that area? Or was it just a coincidence that fueled their fears? The truth is that the images are here so that everyone can draw their own conclusions. Number 3. Footage sent by Gene Williamson from Bartlesville, Oklahoma, has left more questions than answers. Their home, adjacent to a seemingly quiet forest, is surrounded by disturbing rumors, laughter and murmurs of children who disappeared decades ago, and shadows that seem to move between the trees. Although our subscriber does not believe in the paranormal, strange events have occurred since she moved there. For added security, she installed cameras with motion sensors, but what they recorded one day while the house was empty left her completely baffled. Pay attention. First, the lights in the living room turned off by themselves. Then, observe how a shadow seems to cross from the hallway to the laundry room. The oddest thing is that the light switch is located right in the hallway, and no one else was home. The first thing we can notice is the movement of the shadow, which seems to have a human shape. However, no clear details are visible. It's also curious how the light goes off right at that moment, as if something or someone had flipped the switch. When observing in slow motion, it appears that the shadow does not have a light source to cast it. This rules out the possibility that it is a person out of frame. What could this be? A simple glitch? Do you think the stories about the nearby forest and the events in this house are somehow connected? Let me know what you think. Number 2. What lies in this position is a unique case captured live during a TikTok broadcast inside a shopping center in Venezuela. Material sent by Cristian Perez, a faithful follower of the channel, who says that he is still surprised by what was seen on the screen. In the images, you can see how there was no one in the area, so the exploration surely began after closing time. There was no one there, or at least, that was what they believed, until the cameras capture the following. Watch closely.
Ok, ese pasillo de allá esa mierda.
In the background, you can see a small, dark figure, similar to a child, who appears several times. Its size suggests that it would have to be a child, but there is something unusual. No human detail can be distinguished. Do you notice? It is too dark, as if it were a completely solid shadow. When carefully observing the video, the first thing that catches your attention is the silhouette, which seems to materialize on different occasions, but always with the intention of hiding from the camera. The disturbing thing is that it does not seem to project its own shadow, as if the figure itself was it. An entity that even the TikTokers themselves are shocked when they see the replay. What do you think? Is this figure evidence of something paranormal, or simply an optical illusion? Cristian reveals to us a case that, without a doubt, leaves us thinking. Number 1. We close this collection with the disconcerting footage sent by Veronica Rodriguez from Corrientes, Argentina, who assures that the following could be evidence of a new type of unknown phenomena. She tells us that this mysterious event occurred in front of her husband's workplace on a lonely street during the early hours of the morning. The security cameras recorded how suddenly the figure of a man seems to materialize out of nowhere. In the background of the shot, observe. The man, whose posture is already odd, begins to walk towards a dark area surrounded by dense vegetation. The most disturbing thing is that upon reaching that area, it disappears completely, as if it had been swallowed by the night. We know that many security cameras activate when they detect movement, which can cause cuts in the recording. However, in these cases, there are always pixel changes or visible transitions. None of that happens here. A figure appears instantly without any alteration being perceived in the image. The quality of the video is low, as is the case of many recordings of this type. But even with that, it is noticeable that the man's posture is peculiar, rigid, and slightly hunched over, as if he were not walking naturally. What could have happened here? Could it be a camera glitch? a case of teleportation, or as Veronica suggests, something completely different. If you have theories that can clarify this enigmatic footage, I ask you to leave them expressed in the comments box. Because this video has come to an end. My name is Leonore Clay, and this was The Darkest Secret.